Let's start with a really provocative idea. What if getting good with money has almost nothing to do with how smart you are and everything to do with how you behave? That's the core argument of Morgan Housel's incredible book, The Psychology of Money. He says that we treat finance like it's physics, a hard science with rules and laws. But it's not. It's a soft skill where what's in your head is way more important than what's in a textbook. It's a game-changing perspective, so let's get right into it. Housel just lays it right out there. This simple sentence completely flips the script on what we think finance is all about. We're so focused on charts, algorithms, and complex formulas, but the real battles, the ones that actually decide if you win or lose, are fought inside our own minds. And to really see this idea in action, you don't need a spreadsheet. You just need a story. And boy, does Housel have a perfect one for us. It's a tale of two guys who couldn't be more different. Okay, so check this out. On one side, you've got Ronald Reed. He was a janitor and a gas station attendant his whole life. No fancy degree, he just saved what little he could, put it into solid blue chip stocks, and then he waited for decades. On the other side, Richard Fuscone, Harvard-educated, a top exec at Merrill Lynch. The guy lived large, borrowing a ton of money to finance this massive house and lifestyle. Well, you can guess what happened. When the 2008 crisis hit, the executive with the MBA went bankrupt. The janitor? He quietly passed away with an $8 million fortune, leaving most of it to his local hospital and library. This story just forces you to stop and ask the question, right? If a world-class education and decades of high finance experience can lead to ruin, what is the secret ingredient? What actually matters? Well, Housel says the answer isn't in what we know, it's in how we're wired. And that leads us right into one of the book's most fundamental ideas. If you want to understand why people do what they do with money, you have to start by accepting one simple fact. Our own personal history is everything. Housel calls this concept "no one is crazy," and it's brilliant. It means that every single financial decision, no matter how wild it looks to you, makes perfect sense to the person making it. Why? Because we all operate based on our own unique experiences with the world, and those personal lessons are way more persuasive than anything we could ever read in a book. Think about this stat for a second. The things you've personally seen and experienced with money are a microscopic, tiny fraction of all the financial events that have ever happened, and yet they make up the vast majority of your belief system about how the economy works. It's like we're all looking at the world through a tiny little peephole and assuming we see the whole picture. For example, just look at this. If you were born in the 1950s, you spent your formative years watching the stock market basically go sideways. But if you were born in the 70s, you saw the S&P 500 go up nearly 10 times during your teens and 20s. Same country, same market, just two different starting points. Is there any doubt that these two people would have completely different instincts about risk and